Namaste. Good morning. So sorry for the late start. I had a few difficulties. So let's begin. Please, as always, before we begin, remember that the practice is an offering, and remember that to an extent, everything that you're doing is being felt by everybody, is affecting everybody. So we want to practice in a way that's conscious, that's mindful, that doesn't bring us into a place of pain and anxiety and suffering, because that is what will be felt by others. So let's keep that in mind when we practice today. Let's begin. Sit tall and straight, close the eyes, bring the attention within. At the moment of creation, God became part of all living beings everywhere. Tune your mind to the supreme divine consciousness that is within us and all around us. Fix your mind on that alone. Rest your thoughts in that alone. And in that you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering, and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we always have a strong desire for the knowledge that liberates us from pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other. Only ever peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. And to make this practice even more meaningful, more powerful, and even better than meditation, renounce all the fruits of the practice. Think of this as your divine duty to all beings everywhere. Just do it because it must be done. So let's do now the mantra for purification, to purify the space, the grounds, and all the psychic channels within. If you don't know it, just channel the Guru through your voice. Imagine that the Guru is singing through you. You derive all the benefits as though you were chanting it perfectly. Om Pavitraha Pavitra Vasa Vashtanga Topi Yaha Smarit Pandrikaksham Sabaya Vihantraha Sujihi. Let's do spiritual breathing in order to establish ourselves deeply within the divine that resides within. Bring the arms up, the palms slightly turned up from the fingertips. Inhale down through the arms right into the spiritual heart. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold everything in the center of the chest and the right side of the physical heart. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, keep what you brought in there, but just breathe out through the arms again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale down, attract everything you need through the arms right into the spiritual heart. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, hold it all in the heart, in the spiritual heart. Hold the attention there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale out through the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time, inhale down through the arms right into spiritual heart. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep it all in the spiritual heart as an offering to God who resides there. Exhale out through the arms. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring the arms down now. The main breathing, alternate nostril breathing. We'll do a retention as well with this one. And during the retention, really try to still the mind. Anything around us can be happening, however it's happening, but in the mind, all is still. And we try to keep in this mindset of calmness throughout the practice as well. Be the eternal witness. So for this technique, we're breathing in through the active nostril through the left side. Plug both nostrils for 12 counts. So inhale for 3 counts, the breath retention for 12, exhale for 6. And then exhaling out through the less active side, inhale through the less active side. Block both nostrils again for 12. Exhale out through the active side again. So begin and end on the active side. For the breath retention, we apply the lock since it's more than 10 counts. For the root lock, contract the buttocks, push the belly button in front of the spine. Feel as though you're lifting the whole pelvic floor up. For the throat lock, breathe in. As you breathe in, you want to breathe in nice and deeply and fill the lungs. Raise the chest as you're doing so. So when it comes from the time for the breath retention, you tip your chin down on the chest, the back can stay straight. You want to keep the passage for the breath as unobstructed as possible, as easy as possible. The tip of the tongue behind the roof of the mouth will seal off the lock completely. The intention at the space between the eyebrows. So now, and for the exhale, just breathe out, but ensure that you're completely empty by the 6th count. For the active nostril now, we're just going to find that now. Left hand, as always, stays in Jnana Mudra, the mudra consciousness on the left knee. The right hand, Vishnu Mudra, second, third fingers fold down towards the palm. Turn the palm towards you. No longer Vishnu Mudra at this point. But we use the thumb for the right nostril, right ring finger for the left. And so now let's find it now. So block off the right nostril first with the thumb. Send a few puffs of air through the left nostril, then repeat on the other side. Block off the left nostril with a right ring finger. See which side feels more open, that you can breathe through more easily. If you can't tell the difference, then just default to your left side as your active nostril. I will use my right side as my active nostril, so don't follow me if your active nostril is your left side. Use your left side, of course. So let's begin. Sit up tall and straight. Breathe out completely. This brings the mind into silence in that calm state conducive to meditation. Block off the active nostril. Inhale through the active. 3, close both nostrils. Apply the throat to the root lock. 2, 3, 4. Attention at the space between the eyebrows. 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12. Exhale out through the last active side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale through the last active. 3, close both nostrils. 2, 3, 4. Everything stops. All the activity in the mind, the body, and emotions is all frozen. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale out through the active side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's one cycle. Inhale through the active. 3, hold the breath. Remember, the chest stays high, so you can bring your chin down without hunching your back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Out through the less active side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back up through the less active. 3, close both nostrils. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Out through the active side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale through the last active, through the active, still count. Hold for 12. Both sides of the nose blocked. Exhale, less active. Empty the lungs completely. Release the locks. Inhale through the less active. Hold. Exhale out through the active side. Inhale, active. Hold again. Don't worry if your mind starts to wander. Just keep bringing your mind back to the exercise here. Exhale out through the last active. Continue to be the witness. Inhale through the last active. Hold. Remain undisturbed, unjudging, unaffected. Exhale out through the active. Inhale through the active. Hold. Remember, all beings are experiencing this through you. Keep delivering the best of the best experience possible. Exhale out through the less active. Inhale through the less active. Hold. Exhale out to the active. Keep your fingers close to the nose as possible. Inhale, active. Hold. Now you have a powerful tool you can use at your disposal. Exhale, less active. You can do this at any point of the day, but in any given sitting. Inhale through the less active. Close. In any given sitting, try to do at least 12 cycles to really fill yourself up with the prana. Exhale out through the active. Last time. Inhale through the active. Hold. Exhale out through the less active. Inhale through the less active. Hold. Exhale out through the active. Bring the right hand down now. We didn't, of course, have time to do 12 cycles, but now at least you have a taste of it and you can do it. Observe the state of the body, the mind, and emotions. Have no expectation as to what you should or should not observe. Have no attachment to any result. And although this might not be to your liking, you might find it boring, you might want to just move the body, but it is a gateway, the pranayama, to the higher realms of the mind. And it helps when you can have control over the vital force. You eventually gain control over the mind. And when you have control over the mind, you have better control over your comportment. Remember that it is the comportment that has to always be in adherence to ethical rules, yama and niyama. So if we're not acting in a way that's kind and compassionate, we're not observant to the ethical rules, there is no success in meditation. And as Dharmaji says, there's no path to the kingdom of God. So now let's continue with the asana practice now. Try to see God in each and every form. Make this a celebration of all the divine and reverent and magnificent, beautiful ways that God is present in this world. So let's begin. So we're going to start off with some exercises first to heat up the joints, to warm up the body so that we can practice more easily. First one we're going to do is we're just going to try to help expel the impurities from the body. So as we're doing this, I'll just explain it first. You take a deep breath in, then when you exhale, you keep your lungs empty, but you relax your belly muscles so you can move your belly. Okay, so it's easier if you lean down a little bit, if you bend over, so you can deep breath in, exhale, come down, empty completely your lungs, keep them empty, relax the belly muscles, and start to pump the belly in and out very fast. Feel as though all of the impurities were dropping out of the organs are being shaken vigorously so they can happen. Then push the belly button in front of the spine, still holding the breath out. Imagine trying to push the heart right between your shoulder blades, the belly button right to the lower back. And then coming back up. Breathe in and breathe out. We'll do that one more time. If you can't do it as long as I was cueing it, then you can just, when you have to, you just push the belly button in front of the spine. You do that little bit of a hold there with lungs empty. Okay, so let's do it again. If you can, try to do at least 50 times. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, empty. Relax the belly muscles again. Hold the breath out. Begin again. Push belly button into front of the spine, hold the breath out. And then come back up. Breathe in. Breathe out. And now let's move all the joints. Keep on moving as Dharmaji says, otherwise you end up in big trouble. Hands on the hips, start to turn your head around and around. The ears to the shoulders, the chin to the chest, back of the head to the top of the back. And then go the other way now. Now inhale, arms up, exhale down. Continue. Graceful movements, no jerky movements. Try to move in a way that doesn't agitate the mind, bring into a state of restlessness and disturbance. Now inhale straight up, exhale, pull the arms down. The fingers spread as your hands come up, close them as they come down. Same movement with the fingers, reach out on the inhale, exhale, pull them back in. Now swing your arms back and forth. Try to get your arms behind the ears. Next, arms across the chest, inhale. Exhale, throw the arms back. Alternate the cross each time the arms come across the chest. Good. Now, both arms circle backwards. Go forward. Modify the movements according to your condition. Good. Now, raise your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, toss the body down. Allow the belly to hit the thighs. One more. Just stay down for a moment to allow the body to stop shaking and bouncing. And then slowly roll your way up. Keep your head heavy as you come up. Good. Next one. is a squat, involves a squat. So if you can't go down all the way, just come down as much as you need to. Be mindful of your knees. Raise your arms up, inhale, drop right down into the squat to your ability. And back up. Arms up and then out to the side, elbows about the height of the shoulders. We're twisting from side to side. You can do Kapalabhati if you know that. So as you complete the exhale on each side, as you complete the twist on each side, that's when you exhale. The inhale happens in the middle. And then release. Next one. 4 movements. Again, it has a squat. It also has a jump. If you can't jump, just lift your heels. So it looks like this. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, and back down. Pretend you're Jack in a box. Springing out of the box and being pushed back down. And then release. So next, arms in front of the body, wrists the height of the shoulders. Circle around to the back on the inhale. Exhale, pull in and push the hands right back out. The arms feel like they're spring-loaded. Same movement, but the arms start down, so you're doing a circle and a quarter. Inhale, circle around to the front. Exhale, pull in and drop the arms down. And then release. So next, let's see, open up the feet, the toes pointing out beyond the edges of the mat. Going from side to side, left arm up, inhale. Exhale, bend to the right, right arm up, inhale. Exhale, bend to the left. Work the waist. Back to the center. This time the same movement, but we're holding it. The breath is a little bit different. Left arm up, inhale. Hold the breath, bend to the right, stretch the whole left side of the body. Come back up on the exhale. Right arm up, inhale. Bend to the left. Try not to make wrinkles in the waist. And back. Keep going. Oops. Turn the toes a little bit as you're turning. Pivot on the foot. And come back up. Go to the other side. Turn the chest up a little bit. And back. Lose yourself in a sensation. Feel as though your grass being blown in the wind. All the movements graceful and fluid. Try to stay in a meditative state throughout the whole practice. Really stretch the side body. Feel the weights attached to all your fingertips to allow you to sink deeper into the bend Let's do one more on each side. And then coming back up. So now we're going to make our way onto our hands and knees. So cat-cow. Do this one with vigor so that you really build some heat. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round the back. Inhale. Exhale. Make like an angry cat. Inhale. Exhale, stretch the back body. Inhale, stretch the frontal body. Exhale. Inhale. Try to push the heart away from the seat. Exhale, so you don't crunch your lower back. Keep the back and neck for your wrinkles as much as possible as well. Telescope your neck out of the shoulders. Exhale. Still create a little bit of space between your chin and your chest. So you don't close off the air passage. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Push into your hands. Inhale. Roll the shoulders out a little bit. Exhale. Keep the chest nice and open. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to neutral back. This one's for the hips. So you can modify the movement. You can go slower if you need to. You can also bend, keep your legs bent. The leg that's raised. Inhale, raise the right leg up. Throw it out to the right on the exhale. And just throw it back up there. Try to get your foot right over your head. And then the other leg, left leg up. Inhale, swing it out to your left. And then break the pose. Coming onto the belly, this one, next one is for the upper back muscles. I like to have a cushion under me so that my hips don't, so it's a little bit more comfortable for the hips. Anchor down through the hips and the tops of the feet and the thighs. If you can, join your hands together behind your back, and then imagine trying to get your hands right over your feet when you come up. Squeeze the palms together. That helps you get a little bit more strength to come up. So inhale, come up, and back down, up, down. Engage your buttocks and upper back, up, down, 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 up, down. This one we hold. Up, and down. Breathe in. Breathe out, let go of all fatigue. Okay, so now you probably don't need the cushion anymore. Start, this one has 4 movements. Start through seat, back on the heels, and child's pose. Inhale, rounding your back as you come up. Exhale, cobra. Drop your hips in your hands, chest forward, the head goes back. Back in the inhale into high cat. Exhale, seat back on your heels. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward, roll the shoulders down, telescope your neck out of the shoulders. Inhale, back up. Exhale, back. Inhale, rounding. Exhale, flexing the spine, arching. Inhale, rounding again. Exhale, flattening and lengthening. Rounding way up. Uncoiling. Inhale, all the movements again, graceful and fluid but powerful. And back. Inhale. Exhale. Some loose circulation makes the spine supple and strong. And back. Inhale makes a better conduit for the prana that is flowing through the body. And back up. And back. And the breath, of course. Inhale. Exhale. Telescope your neck out of the shoulders. Keep the neck long so your head can move back even more. And back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Imagine a snake moving. Try to imitate its movements and back. Inhale. 3 times breaths, and those can imitate the forms on all levels. Forward and back. Copy them physically, mentally, and spiritually. And back. Inhale. And forward. Inhale. And back. Exhale. 2 more up. Forward. We spend a bit of time to warm up so that the body can move more easily, especially if you're not used to moving in the morning. With time, with constant practice and good determination, you will be able to move with more ease at some point. And back up. And back. Breathe in. And breathe out. Next one, we're going to make our way into cobra on the inhale and hold the cobra. So there's a couple ways of entering. You can come up into baby plank as we've been doing. Drop your hips and just stay in your cobra. You can do it this way. Make sure again you don't lose your neck. Keep your shoulders down, the neck long. Or you can glide between your arms. Pull against the floor as you're trying to pull the floor towards you and hold the pose. Okay, so 2 of those different methods. Pick the one that suits you. Come forward, inhale. Hold the breath, hold the pose. Everything stops. And back, exhale. By everything, I mean the activity of the mind, the body, and the emotions. Come forward again. Hold the breath, hold the pose. Be mighty and powerful like the serpent, regal and wise. And back, exhale. See yourself in the forms. Come forward. Remember, all the forms, all beings are divine manifestations. And back, exhale. Inhale, come forward. Heart wide open in every sense, physically, mentally, and spiritually. It's physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And back, exhale. Of course, have an open mind as well. Be receptive to all experiences. We have something gained from each and every one. Hold the pose. And back, exhale. Glide or come up in the alternative way. Hold the breath, hold the pose. And back. Press the heart forward away from the seat when you're holding the pose. Try not to make wrinkles in the lower back or the back of the neck. And back, exhale. Come forward again. Hold the breath, hold the pose. And back, exhale. Come forward. Pull at the floor, trying to pull the floor towards the body. This will propel it forward with more power and ease. and back. So we're going to keep doing this, but this time adding one more movement perhaps. So you lift your palms off the ground, tent your hands, bring the feet up, try to touch your back, the back of the head with your toes. And back, doesn't matter if you don't touch, just working different joints at the same time. Come forward, try to get your hips right behind your hands. Really press into your fingertips to get more height. And back, imagine you're squeezing socks behind your knees. Come forward to keep them in place. Hold the breath, hold the pose. And back. Eventually you might not even have to lift your palms too much. You can press into your fingers. As the toes are at the head, you can drop your heels, your palms back down. Come forward again. Remember, picture that powerful serpent. Embody all the qualities are already within, you just have to turn them on. And back. And come again, forward. Hold the breath, hold the pose. And back. Last time, make it your best. Come forward. Come up. Hold the pose, everything stops. All the activity of the mind and the body, emotions frozen. And back. Rest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Now make your way onto your belly again. Dhanurasana. If you need, you can't reach your feet for easy, you can either take a strap, wrap them around the feet, or take hold of your pant legs, or you don't even have to take your feet if it's too much. You can just lift your arms and your legs like so. Okay, so if you can, however, take hold of your legs close to your ankles. Inhale, lift the chest, push your feet away from your body. If you can pull on your legs, get your thighs up. Again, if you can't get your thighs up, don't worry about it, just do your best. Up and back down. Inhale. Exhale, really pull with your legs to get you up and back. Bit by bit, you come up higher with each one and back. Up. Press the base of the toes and heels down. Up and down. Up and down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale again. If you get too tired, just do as much as you can. And then rest. And down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Two more. Up. Down. Up. Down. Actually, let's do one more. Hold it. Up. If you want, you can shake a little bit. And down. Drop your legs down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now flip over onto your back. So we're doing tucks here. Reach your arms over the head. Stretch the legs and the arms on the inhale. Exhale, bring it in, tuck. Shoulders to the knees, chin to the knees. Inhale. Exhale, come up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, make yourself as compact as possible, like a little ball. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze in tight. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, stretch so much the lower back comes up off the mat. And back. Inhale. Let's come to this tuck. Press the lower back down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Stretch your fingers and the toes. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale next. This time hold the breath as you come into tuck. Everything stops. And release, exhale. Inhale, extend. Hold and tuck. If you can't touch your forehead, your knees, don't worry about it. Just do your best. Inhale. If you squeeze your elbows by the sides of your knees, press one fist in front of the other. You might just get your head closer to your hands, or even on your hands. And back. Inhale, extend. Hold the breath. Bring your attention to the center of the forebrow, regardless of whether you can touch your forehead there or not, to your hands. Breathe out. Inhale. Hollow out the navel, lengthen the navel. Hold the breath, hold the pause. Release, exhale. Inhale, stretch. Hold and tuck. Attention always at the center of the forebrow. Out. Hold. Release, exhale. Last one, inhale, extend. And hold. Break the pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, imagine you fainted. Now we're going to roll a few times on our back. You can just do it nice and easy if you like. Your hands behind your knees and just roll your back a little bit. Or you can extend your arms, bring your legs all the way back. Feet touching behind the head. Bring your feet down, once the heels are down. Lift up to seated. And pull your body over your legs, Paschimottanasana. Reach beyond your feet. Try to do it in a way that is graceful, no jerky movements. The speed stays uniform all through it. If you can, keep your legs straight. If you can't make your way up when your feet are down, you can just start to come up as your legs are coming down, like this. Okay, so do according to your condition. A few more. This helps to build strength, so if you do a full expression. See yourself in a practice you're trying to attain with adherence to ethical rules, anger, determination, constant practice. All is coming. This next one we're going to stand. So once the feet are starting to come down, bend your knees, plant your feet, and roll your way all the way up. So now let's come to the front of the mat for Surya Namaskara. Just give me one moment. Okay, so come to the front of the mat, hands to the heart. Remember to offer up the practice. This is for all beings. Raise your arms up, arch back, and hinge at the hips, come down. Hands on either side of the feet, bend your knees if you need to bring hands on the ground. Right foot back, lower down the knee, drop down to the seat. Into the plank, lower the knees, chest and forehead down. Come right through into upward facing dog if you can. Hips and knees away from the ground. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot steps forward to the hands. If that's difficult, lower the back knee down first. You can use the right hand to, again, push a foot forward between your hands. Feet together, chest on the thighs, head down. Come right up to standing, engage your buttocks and your upper back as you go back to help you reach up and back. Forward fold. Left foot back. Into plank, knees, chest, forehead down, and push into your hands, lift up. Try to get your knees away from the ground, your hips as well. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot forward. Modify again according to your condition, your abilities. Uttanasana, chest and thighs, head down. Come right up, reach up and back. And coming back home. Keep going, reach up and back. fold forward. Left foot back. Into plank. Knees, chest, forehead down. Swing right through between your arms. Upward facing dog or cobra. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot forward. Feet together. Chest on the thighs, head down. Come right up to standing. Reach up. And back. Good. Go up and back. And down. Right foot back. Into plank. Down we go. Right through to upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot between the hands. Feet together. Chest on the thighs again. Bow down with your humbleness. Come right to standing. Reach up and back. Always coming back to the source of divine love at the heart. Keep on going. And back down. Left foot into the plank. Ashtanga Namaskar, knees, chest, forehead down, push into your hands, right through between your arms, charge your legs. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. If you can't touch your forehead to the ground. Left foot forward, feet together. A gesture of humbleness here. Come up and back. Adding on now, reach up, stretch the whole front of the body. As you come down, bend your knees, your belly on your thighs, join your hands and pull them all the way up over your shoulders. The right foot back knee down, Kapiyasana. Raise your arms up, pull your arms all the way back behind the head. Lift the hearts. Come back into high plank. And down we go again. Right through the three arms, upward facing dog. Back into downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward to the hands, back knee down. Reach the arms up, stretch the whole front of the body. Swing your hands behind the back. Hold your breath. Left foot comes forward quietly, not making a sound. No heavy thumps on the ground. Reach up and back. Hands back to the heart, moving the way that is graceful, fluid, like you're doing a divine dance of devotion. Bend your knees, belly on your thighs, swing your hands all the way up over your shoulders, the forehead comes to your shins. Left foot goes back. Kapiyasana. See if you can get your arms behind the head, arch the back. Come right through into high plank and into upward facing dog. Or cobra again. Downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward between the hands. Sink your seat all the way forward towards front heel. Arch your back. Swing your hands behind the back. Join your feet back together. Chest on the thighs, head down, close to your feet. Come up. Think about what each posture is expressing. The devotion, the surrender to the highest self, to divine service. Reach up and back. Hinge at the hips, bend your knees, push your seat all the way up if you can. Try to get your legs straight, but keep your belly attached to your legs. Then the right foot goes back. Kapiyasana. Reach up, drop your shoulders again. The neck stays long, so you can go back a little bit more at the head. Into the high plank. Knees, chest, forehead down. Right through into upward facing dog. Remember, try to avoid making wrinkles in the lower back or the back of the neck. And back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. This time raise your right leg up. Step the foot between the hands. Land your seat right close to your front heel. Reach up and back. Stretching the toes all the way to the fingertips. Hold your breath, swing your hands behind the back. The feet come together. Bow to your legs. Come right up. And back home. Bury your mind deep in the heart. Watch your body move with even more power, grace, and ease. Come forward, bend your knees. Uttanasana. Left foot goes back. Back knee down. Reach up and back. Stretch. And come back down into high plank. Ashtanga Namaskara. Right through the two arms. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left leg up. Send the foot between the hands. Back knee down, drop down to the seat. Reach up and back, stretch. Hinge at the hips, swing your hands behind the back. Hold the breath, the feet together, Uttanasana. Come right up to standing, reach up and back. And back home. Good. So next 4, no stopping. This is with the jump backs. If you can't jump, just walk back. It looks like this. So raise your arms up over the head. coming down. You can do it with me if you know it already. Plant your hands, hold your breath, jump back, landing, hovering just above the ground, through into upward facing dog. Then Adho Mukha Svanasana. Jump your feet to your hands or walk again. Reach up and back. And hands below heart. So 4. Reach up. Come forward and down. Hold the breath. Land. Hovering just above the ground or on the ground if you need to. Upward facing dog. Downward. Feet to the hands. Any which way you like. Reach up and back. Go right to the next one without stopping. Bend your elbows as you jump so that you don't land the big, heavy, giant movements. The back doesn't, the back stays nice and straight. Come down. Upward facing dog. And downward. Feet to the hands. 2 more. Go down. Keeps you nice and strong and active. Reach up and back. Bring your hands back to the heart. Take a deep breath in from the heart up to the crown. Send the love up there. Hold the breath. Imagine the love going out to all beings everywhere, like the sun that shines down on everything equally. Exhale back down to the heart. Remain established in divine, unconditional love for all, always. And release. A few balance sequences. Standing on your left foot, start off with ballet pose. Hold your right foot from the inside, thumb behind the heel. Bring a leg out to the side. If you're having trouble bouncing, stand with your back against a wall or bring your left hand on the wall. Fingers and toes at the same height. If you can, you're more flexible, bring your leg up higher. Lean a little bit to your left. Exude the grace and the poise and the magnificence of a ballet dancer. Look up if you can. Good, now from here, let go of the foot. Lean to your left, control it so your foot doesn't come crashing down. If you can't keep your foot up and dive forward, your belly on your thigh, your arms out to the side, palms facing down. Make like an eagle soaring down from a great height at great speed. Your foot higher than the hip if you can. Head about the height of the knee. Good, now let's move your left hand forward. We should do it this way. So that your hand is about 14 or 16 inches in front of your left foot, right into Ardha Chandrasana. Try to get your body turned completely sideways, shoulders and hips right on top of one another. Good. And since we're here, bring the right hand back down, bend your left knee. If you're having trouble with your hamstring, it's tight, you can fold your foot in towards your seat and try to push your right knee up. If you can't keep your legs straight, your belly stays with your thighs. This is why you bend your left knee. Left hand comes to your foot on the outside of the heel, index finger pressing against the heel. Bring the right hand close. Maybe take off all but the index finger. Maybe bring your index finger on the foot as well, inside the heel. And bring the right foot back down. Lift your heels, step on your hands, and push your seat all the way up. If you can't do all those movements all at the same time, just rest in between if you need to. Push your seat up, forehead towards the shins, maybe even on the shins. And then come back up. But with practice, the body starts to learn to move more efficiently and with control. Really press down to the right foot. Let's do the other side now. Fix your gaze on a point, maybe about 3 feet in front. Something that doesn't move. Into your ballet pose again. Whatever happens, just dance with it. Be unconcerned and unjudging. Just do your best. It's the effort that's most important, not the results. Now get ready to come into the next one. Hold the breath. Engage your right leg muscles and your left so the leg can go all the way up and back, maybe even without touching your foot to the ground in between. Into eagle, dive down. Imagine you're soaring and soaring through the air, gliding on the surface of the ocean, Arch your back if you can. Bring your shoulders back, your chin forward a little bit. Raise the left leg up higher if you can. Good. Now, I'm going to turn. You don't have to turn. I'm just so I can demonstrate. The fingertips not too close to the foot, otherwise it'll be hard to open up. If you need, you can bring a block underneath your hands. You can even come down on your your right shin if you need to. Ardha Chandrasana. Good. Now bring the left hand down. Bend your right knee, so you can bring your belly on your thigh. Again, you can bend your left knee if you need to and push your knee up as high as you can, or keep your left leg straight. Your right hand comes to the foot, index finger pressing on the outside of the heel, your belly stays with your thigh. Your left hand move right close, right again beside your foot. Take off all but your index finger. Maybe if you want to bring your fingers on the index finger on the inside of the heel, go ahead. Gaze is just beyond your toes, hip is over the heel. And bring the left foot back down. Lift your heels again, push your heels down into your palms, lift your seat, keep your shoulders are beside your knees. Chest try to make its way beyond the knees. And then roll your way up. Good. Charge the body, turn the palms forward. Inhale, imagine the best coming right up through the body, up the spine to the crown. And then exhale out all throughout the body, all the best, send it out to all beings at the same time. Everything meant to be shared. Now stand in the middle of the mat, fingertips together, elbows the height to the shoulders. Separate your feet, hopping or walking or stepping your feet apart. Turn to your left. If you can, open up your stance a little bit. Try to get a little bit lower. Work your hips. Your arms about the height at the same line of with the shoulders. Come up with the right arm. Virabhadrasana. Look up between the hands. So you're saying, I'm yours. Grant me higher devotion. Take me. Now from here, lift the back heel, spin on the ball of the back foot. The right arm up, Parivita Paschimottanasana. If you can, keep your knee up off the ground, the right knee. Go all the way to the right. Land your elbow on the outside of the right knee, maybe even your armpits if you can, if you're more flexible. Your left hand pushed into your right. You push hard, so as I'm pushing down with the left hand into the right, the belly comes higher than the thigh, so the chest comes to your thumbs. And then turn, keep pressing against the outside of the leg, push out through the back heel. Stay strong on the base of the toes. If you can take your right arm underneath your leg, use your left hand to assist, and your left arm goes over your back, join your hands together. Take a bind if you can. If it's too much to stay balanced, just bring your right knee down. Notice how my knee is underneath the hip, not back. Okay, so keep your legs looking like a box, just like so. Eventually you might be able to take your knee up off the ground now if you push hard through the heel. Break the pose, land your seat right behind your heel, hands up, work your shoulders, rock them back and forth, push your lower back up and in, lift the heart. Go back with your head in your arms. Arms try to go behind your head. So if you stay like this, it's you're not really working, you won't get the full benefit of working the shoulders and opening up the chest. Pull the shoulders back so the heart is nice and open. Break the pose. The hands the inside of your left foot. Left foot moves out the edge of the mat. Just scoot back and forth a few times. Push off the roots of your toes. Push back one more time to the right heel. Lower the knee down. Flatten out the toes. If you are hips are low enough, roll to the right. Try to get your right forearm down. Go back to your left. Try to get both sides of your hips equally down. And eventually try to anchor the hips down. The rest of the body will eventually follow the pelvis, the belly, and the chest. If you can, lie right flat on your chest. So make sure your knee's not falling away from your shoulder. So not like this. This means you have to move your foot a little bit more so you get your knee more aligned with your foot, but not like this either. Okay, so keep your shin vertical. Look like a lizard just humming for food. If you can't get your hips down, they're too high from the ground, stay in your hands. Keep hips sinking down towards the ground, however. Think of a cobra. Telescope your head and chest forward. Eventually, your body get closer to the ground, and one day, perhaps, you'll be right on your belly. No attachment to the result. No expectations. Just do your best. Now coming back onto the hands, bend the toes under the back foot, come back up off your right knee and come all the way back up. Go to the right now, so turn the right foot forward, Virabhadrasana. Look over the front hand. If you're flexible, your knee can come over your toes. Make sure your knee's not popping inwards. It should be over the two middle toes. Enter into the consciousness of a warrior, always steadfast in her duty to serve and protect. Virabhadrasana 1, look up between hands. Express the most remarkable trait of the warrior, the devotion to the people that they serve. And then into Parivita Paskanasana. So lift the back heel, spin on the ball of the foot, go to the right. So angle the toe and the knee towards the left, a little bit same angle, and try to get your arm all the way down. You can stay with your hands in prayer position. So not like this with your hands at the shoulders. You have to keep pushing down. Until, at the same time, bring the body up, suddenly the chest comes behind your thumbs, and then you can spin with less obstruction. If your armpit's on the knee, on the other side of the knee, your elbows in the space underneath your leg, it makes it more easy for the left arm to go underneath the leg, and then you can join your hands underneath your belly and your thigh if you can. Again, according to your condition, just always go to the edge of your potential over and over again. Eventually you will surpass it and you'll reach new levels. Have a strong desire to evolve. Now, break the pose, land your seat right close to your heel. Kapyasana again. If it's too much for your shoulders, keep your hands on the knee or on your lower back. If your hands are on the lower back, just pull down with the heels of your palms, push the fingers up, try to remove the skin, the wrinkles in the skin underneath your hands. Keep your chest open, your shoulders back, or take your arms over your head and bring them back behind your head. Arms beside, maybe even behind your ears. Stretch, you have to exude some effort, as Dharmaji says. Otherwise, in 20 years, you'll be in the same place. When you don't see any progress, you lose your enthusiasm. Break the pose. Come down with your hands on the right to the left of the right foot and move the right foot out. Go back and forth again. Push off the roots of your toes. Push one more time through the back heel, lower the knee, flatten out the toes. Again, according to your condition, either stay on your hands and drop your seat down or come down. Some people like to use a block underneath your arms. Dharmaji doesn't really cue that because sometimes it prevents you, then you don't try to get your hips down. So it's better just go as far as you can or stay on your hands and just sink your hips. Imagine they're made of lead. Eventually, the hips will sink down more and more. It's like you're doing a cobra pose. Imagine you're doing that transition from the belly to come forward and up into cobra. Flatten out. Your knee close to the shoulder. Look like a lizard just sunning itself on a warm earth. Fix your gaze, merge with the form. Good, now come back. Bring the right foot back beside your left, come into plank position. So make sure you're not sagging down from between your shoulders and heels, so your body is heavy. It's going to be hard to sustain the pose. You have to stay nice and straight from heels all the way to the crown. Push the belly button in front of the spine. Come into Vasisthasana. Your left hand goes a little bit to the right. Straight line from heels to the head, from hand to hand. If you're starting to drop into your shoulders and your hips are sagging, lower the left knee down and do it from here. Protect your joints. Okay, so you can always stay in that pose. Go to the other side now. Come back to plank. Just spin on your feet so you come on the edges of your feet. Come back into plank. Go on the other hand again. One more round. If you have a variation that you know this time, you can do that. You can either stay here, or maybe you can slide your right toes back, spin on your left foot, push your hip all the way up. Your inside edge of the left foot is down. If you don't get your hip up, then your foot won't come down. The inside edge will come up. It'll be hard to balance. And then see if you can lift your right foot up off the ground. If you can take the foot off easily, take hold of the knee. If you're flexible, reach for the foot, extend your leg. Other variations or modifications, if you're doing it on your knee, you can lift your right leg up, take hold of the foot. Okay, so again, according to your abilities. And back into plank. Go on the other hand again and go to the left. Stay there or start to move your way into other expressions of the form. Push your hip all the way up, move your right foot in a little bit if you need to. Sometimes it helps get your foot down. Inside edge of foot is down. See if you can take your foot up off the ground to start. If it comes easily, take your left knee or the foot. Notice where my hand is. My right hand is a little bit in front of your shoulder. Keep your right arm fully extended. Break the pose. Come back into high plank, downward facing dog. Melt the heart a little bit. Sink the heart, look like a dog stretching its back. Exude the loyalty of the dog to its master and be loyal to your practice yourself. Now from here, lower your elbows down on the ground, just underneath your shoulders. Make sure you can lower down your knees. Make sure you can hold the outside edge of your arms easily. And then come into your inversion. So if you're not comfortable doing a headstand or anything like that, your feet leaving the ground, you can stay in dolphin. Keep your seat up. If you want, you can even move forward. Try to get your chin over your fingertips. You can even do this to build the strength to come up. If you can, interlace your fingers, place your head in front of your hands, cushion the back of the head with your hands, and then walk your feet close to your elbows. You can lift your heels up. If you know how to do headstand, don't wait. It's your time, just go ahead right into it. Eventually you can maybe lift one leg up and behind you, and then push up off the heel. Try to get your foot close to your elbows so that when your hips come up, they're over your shoulders and your already, and your hips, and then it'll be easier to come up. Keep your leg that's bent and behind you, the foot should be hanging towards the ground. If you keep pushing through the foot, maybe you could eventually raise your foot up off the ground. If you want to do it on a wall or on a chair, then go to a wall or a chair. So if you're in headstand, stay there. Bring your attention to the space in the eyebrows. Leave the body alone. If you're just trying to come up off on the wall or a chair, bring your legs to the base of the wall or the legs to the chair. Again, position yourself so you're very close. Your elbows right underneath your shoulders, close to your knees, a few inches. Interlace your fingers. Place your head on your in front of your hands. To bring your foot on a wall, when you bring your foot on a wall, make sure it's about the height of the hip, not higher than that. Your leg should be bent while the foot's on the wall or on the seat of the chair, and bring the other foot behind you, dangling close to the ground, like a low-hanging fruit. Pull your toes away from the wall or the seat of the chair. Eventually, you might have your feet dangling at the same height in line with your hips. Keep your wrists against your head, the side of your head. Try not to bring your elbows out too far. It'll be harder to balance. So if your elbows are far away, you eventually, you don't have as much support. Cushion your head with your wrists, your fingers, the base of the fingers, and the fingers themselves. Good. Now coming back down with control, rest in child's pose once you're there. Breathe in, breathe out, remove all fatigue. Now bring your arms in front, slide between your arms, coming up into Cobra, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Jump again to the front of the mat or walk your shoulders in line with your hips. Tilt your hips under a little bit, hands out. You can have your fingers dangling or straight out, fingers straight with the rest of your arms. Lift your heels if you can. So try to lift them as much as you can. Lower down a little bit more. And as you lower down, your heels might come up a little bit higher. Really push through the base of your toes. Shoulders back, try not to go forward too much. Be unbothered by whatever you're sensing in the body. It's a body that's feeling, not you. The true self is actionless, unaffected. Come up even more. Now lower your seat down, behind heels softly. Tuck your chin in, throw your legs up. As your seat comes up, your hands come onto your back, your feet come behind your head. Proud pose. Try to get your shoulders and your hips in the same line. Move your arms behind your body a little bit more, so that from the front you can't see them. Try to get your seat right over your shoulders. Of course, if it's too much, you can bring your seat a little bit back behind your shoulders and just stay in a more relaxed position. Your knees can be on your shoulders. If you want a more active pose, you can even do Shavangasana. You have to get your seat high enough so you can bring your hands onto your back. Move your elbows close to one another. Behind your back, one leg up and then the other. Straight line from the toes down to the chin. Leave the body alone, allow the veins of the legs to rest. Nothing to do, nowhere to go but deeper within. Beyond the body, the mind, and the emotions. These are not you. Slowly start to bring your feet back behind your head. Control the descent, hinge at the hips. Legs come down behind your head again. If they don't touch down, keep your hands on your back. If they do touch down, you can bring your hands, interlace them behind your back. Press the edges of your hands down. If you want, can you bring your thighs against your belly, your body, and your knees on either side of the head. Remove all distractions coming through the eyes and the ears. Shut them out. Hands behind your back and ready to come out. Press into your arms. The palms are down. As you're coming down, so the descent is again controlled. Keep your thighs as close to your body as long as possible. And eventually when it has to detach, lower them down at a uniform speed. Stop when you're halfway there. Then see if you can shift to one side, lift your right side seat up, move your right hand underneath, palm down, and your left hand underneath. So keep your legs where they are. Stop when you're about halfway down. And then lift your back up off the ground. Move your elbows in a little bit closer. It's a little bit easier to move your elbows closer once your back is up off the ground. Push your chest up. Top head comes to the floor behind you, behind your shoulders. If it's too much, bring your feet all the way down. Now breathe very fast in the nose like a sniffing dog. Bring your legs down and relax. Breathe in, breathe out. Imagine you fainted. Good. Now from here, come up to seated position. Paschimottanasana. Bring your arms up. Hinge at the hips, come forward. Rest your belly on your thighs. You can either hug your body, your legs against your body, take hold of your upper arms again, or if you're more flexible and you can get your legs flat on the ground or closer to the ground, slide your heels forward. If you can get them flat on the ground, just go right into it. Keep your belly with your thighs, however, so try not to round your back. Keep your back straight and flat as possible. And now you can try to get your chest beyond your knees. You can hold the edges of your feet. You can, if you're flexible, you can take hold of your wrists in front of your heels. Keep your feet natural. Don't overflex or overpoint. Use the body to bring more weight onto the legs to release the hamstrings a little bit more. Now breathe from the base of the spine up to the crown and inhale. Lengthen. Imagine you're trying to get the top of the head to your feet. Exhale, melt more weight into your legs. Return the attention to the base of the spine again. And re-begin. Inhale up to the base, the top of the head. Exhale back to the base of the spine. Roll your way up. Hands behind the back, slide your feet in. Throw your hips up. Bench pose. Make sure you're not sagging between your shoulders and your knees. Your hips stay on the same line as your knees and your shoulders. The head goes back, in line with the rest of your body. Breathe very fast. Make the belly jump. Lower the seat down. Stretch your legs in front. Actually bring the right foot on the outside. Not too close to your hip. Slide it forward so the heel's beyond your knee. Right hand behind the back, left arm up. And then bring it across to the right on the outside of the thigh. Inhale, push the lower back up and in. And then twist to the right. Feel the twist starting at the base of the spine. So not like this. We're not lounging at the beach. Keep your hand right close, right against your back. Stay tall and straight. Go to the other side now. Again, sit tall, right arm comes up and push against the outside of the left thigh. Turn to the left. Look over your left shoulder. Eventually try to get your chin over the shoulder even. Imagine you can see right through your skin at the spiraling action of the spine. This might help you move into the pose a little bit more deeply. Break the pose, come down onto the back. Rest the body. Breathe in. Exhale, let go of all fatigue, all effort, all tension. The best coming to you as a result of offering up all your efforts, offering up the fruits of the practice. Be grateful for all that you receive. Imagine it's coming from all beings around you, doing the same thing as you are. And everything that you receive, direct to the spiritual heart. Imagine it all flooding into the body. Send it right to the center of the chest and the right side of the physical heart, where God resides. Make an offering of all of that. And of course, give back to others, for God is within all beings, so whatever you send to God goes out to all beings as well. Willingly and freely give of yourself to all beings. because you receive so much from all your interactions, from all your experiences with others. So even if some of these experiences may be difficult, they all serve to teach us some kind of lesson, to help us to grow and evolve, and to improve, augment our compassion. Keep on remembering that God is in all forms. We're just all different ages. The soul, we all come into existence at different times. So those who are still acting in a way that might not be in alignment with the ethical rules, they're just at the beginning of their journey. We were there once too. Practice doesn't stop at the mat. We have to continue in our day-to-day lives. So now get ready to put that into practice, to continue to exercise compassion, all that you say, do, and think even. With constant practice, it will come. So now return to seated position. Move in a way that is gentle, that is quiet, that is reverent, reflective of the highest self that is within. We'll close the practice with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Instill the peace within, send out to all beings everywhere. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the grace within. Be receptive to the grace of God. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. Sorry again for the late start. And if you need to do more Shavasana, then go ahead, do some more. Allow the benefits to further integrate. Have a wonderful day. Much love. See you soon.